Unforgettable stories out of Western Jamaica from the scrapbooks of Adrian Freighter.
Messi makes the run. It's fed through. It's Lionel Messi! The King of Kingston.
Many of the persons who were among the 35,000 fans who showed up for Lionel Messi's historic appearance in Jamaica on the evening of March 13, 2025, when he suited up for Inter Miami in their CONCACAF Club Championship game against Cavaliers at the National Stadium in Kingston, were not yet born when another legendary figure, the iconic Pele, graced the National Stadium in 1975 for a friendly game between New York Cosmos and Santos Football Club. However, for many of the oldsters who were at the stadium to see Messi, it was almost a case of deja vu for them, as they could count themselves fortunate to have seen two of the greatest footballers of all times in their own backyard, the National Stadium. And to put the icing in their joy, they must have been very happy that unlike in 1975, when Pele left the field prematurely after a brutal tackle by Donald Billy Perkins, which unnecessarily capped the entertainment they had come for. This time around they got almost 45 minutes of non-stop Messi Magic, as he delighted the fans with his deft touches before sending the stadium in a frenzy with a well-taken goal on the stroke of full time. While Cavaliers, which lost the two-way tie 4-0 in aggregate, was basically representing Jamaica, it was abundantly clear that the vast majority of the fans came to see Messi and they wanted him to play well, which mirrored the 1975 situation when the vast majority of the 45,000 fans who crammed into the National Stadium came solely to see Pele. Interestingly, it should be noted that from the moment the Inter Miami jet landed at the Norman Manley International Airport, where the team was greeted by Sports Minister Oliver Babs-Grange, it was absolutely clear that it was the beginning of Messi Mania in Jamaica. As while there were other established stars on the Inter Miami team, nobody had any eye for anyone else beside the great Argentine superstar. Sports Minister Olivia Babs-Grange said as much after she greeted Messi at Plainside.
I said, Messi, can I hug you? And he said, yes. And you see, I got a big hug. He says, I love Jamaica and I'm happy to be here.
I seriously doubt many of the oldsters who saw that 1975 game when Pele showed up in Jamaica with the New York Cosmos probably remember the score from that game, as the final 2-all score meant very little because what they had come about was to see Pele. In fact, I believe they would more remember the insults and bad words that were hurled at Billy Perkins for the crude tackle on Pele, which cut short the excitement that they were expecting from the great man. In fact, today, 50 years later, when some oldsters are talking about that game, they will still react with anger about that idiot tackle that Perkins made on Pele. It should be noted that Pele is the only player who have drawn more reference than Alan Skillcole in a game played at the National Stadium, in which Cole was also playing. As it relates to the recent game with Messi, I can only remember one tackle against him that was impactful, and when he fell, he just got right back up and continued to unleash delightful passes and deft touches. The truth be told, when Messi took the field, the other 21 players became inconsequential and the result was not important either. It was all about Lionel Messi. It was therefore not surprising to me that the Gleaner's report on the game started by referencing the great man. The article read as follows. Argentine icon Lionel Messi added the icing on the cake with a late goal as Inter Miami defeated Cavaliers 2-0 in comfortable fashion to march to an aggregate 4-0 win in their CONCACAF Champions Cup round of 16 tie at the National Stadium yesterday. The result means Inter Miami will now move on to the quarterfinal of the Champions Cup, where they face Los Angeles FC, with Cavaliers now eliminated. Luis Suarez gave Inter Miami the lead from the spot in the 37th minute before Messi added the final touch in time added. I suspect that this game will be talked about for a long time to come, especially by the oldsters who has now seen two of the greats in their own backyard. It should also create great memories for the youngsters who 50 years from now might be telling their grandkids about the day they saw the great Lionel Messi at the National Stadium in Kingston, right here in Kingston, Jamaica. Unforgettable stories out of Western Jamaica from the scrapbooks of Adrian Freighter. Before you go, please remember to subscribe.